Alright, so another video, another problem. Posted a couple videos before. Most people have been really going to help me out. Got most of the things resolved that I needed to. Long story short, used to have a U2000, a Wells Gardner. It's completely gone. It's blown, shot. Since then, updated to a used Wells Gardner K7000 series. I think it's a K7191 or something like along those lines. I'm using a Diamond Stealth ATI 9250, a Radeon card, and it's in a PCI slot, not a PCI Express slot. It's running obviously from the computer over here that's kind of temporarily hooked up over there. Inside here, temporarily housed, is a JPAC. So we're going basically from the 9250 to the JPAC with both jumpers enabled and running soft 15. Problem is the screen bugs out, so obviously this is not normal. This is the full screen. You can see from here everything's completely moved over to the right. No matter what I play around with, I can't get it to fix itself. It's constantly like that. Sometimes it'll make it a little better, a little worse, but all in all, it's like that. It won't move to the center. Another problem, and I don't know what the deal with this is it's showing two monitors rather than one, and it even does that when I launch soft 15. Now obviously, like right now, it looks pretty good. Picture's pretty good. Everything's kind of not too bad, other than the fact that it's a little bit, distorted, and it seems to be refreshing at a bizarre rate because it's constantly flickering. However, if I go over to here, over to the computer, and say, go down to the start menu, and go into the start menu, everything goes like black pretty much. Like you can kind of see. Like I couldn't tell you why, and then when you obviously get away from the start menu, everything goes back to normal. I can even do things like, if we get out of this, say if I go into my computer, again, hardly anything's viewable. Everything's just a huge black and gray and yellow ugly mess. So I don't know, to be honest with you. I couldn't tell you what's wrong with it. It's driving me nuts. My hunch is that something's going on with soft 15. It doesn't seem like it's getting the correct signal to me. And again, I don't know much about this stuff, but because occasionally the monitor will seem fine, so I don't think it's a monitor problem. Color and picture look great in certain instances, but most of the time it just does bizarre things and looks distorted like this, which leads me to believe it's something to do with the signal getting put through. Another thing that leads me to believe that is if I take the 31 hertz little jumper off the JPAC and try and boot, I get no signal whatsoever. The sync-in little light doesn't even show up on the JPAC. Again, that's what I'm assuming. If anybody has any idea, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Obviously something's not right. So, and again, now it's doing this. And this is pretty typical. It'll just do stuff like this. I mean, if anybody's got any ideas as to what the problem is, I've played around with the pots on their little remote board. The only one I don't have access to is H-Size, which needs a special tool, and it's towards the front of the actual monitor underneath the tube. So I can't play around with that until I get the appropriate tool, but I can tell you all the other things. They'll make it a little better, a little worse, but all in all it does the same thing. Vertical sync does next to nothing. I think there's a problem with that particular pot. I do have a replacement remote board on its way, so I can try that, but any ideas, if anybody has any clue, I'm lost, and it's driving me nuts, so any feedback will be beneficial. Just let me know if anybody has any thoughts. Thanks.